Salutations everyone! Shadowtaurus back with another power scaling video for you guys. And with Dragon Ball Daima airing as of me writing this video, I figured I would go back and scale the first attempt at a Kid Goku, that being Dragon Ball GT. But before we get into that, I want you all to hit that like button, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also click the notification bell to know when I upload. And finally, check out my YouTube membership program and my Patreon. They're a great way to support the channel. Now, since Dragon Ball Daima is still releasing, we can't really scale it. So, I figured we should go to the series I've actually never covered on this channel, that being Dragon Ball GT. Now, I've done original Dragon Ball, I've done Dragon Ball Z, and I've even done Dragon Ball Supers and Dragon Ball Heroes, but I've yet to actually scale GT, which is kind of surprising as I do like GT despite its flaws. So, with that in mind, we'll be covering the Dragon Ball GT series and scaling Goku throughout the series to see how strong he is. And yes, there will be a little spoilers in this video of Dragon Ball GT, so if you haven't seen it, where have you been? Go watch it. Now then, let's start out with how strong Goku is at the start of GT. So let's establish something first. When Dragon Ball GT came out, it was canon to the Dragon Ball Z anime, the original anime, not Kai. This is consistent as there was promotional segments in the Z anime to promote GT. As well, the former director and lead writer of the Dragon Ball Z anime and GT, Koyama, stated that it was canon to the original Z anime. So this should mean GT is at least canon to Dragon Ball Z. So then, what does this mean for the scaling? Well, we can actually scale Goku off of his end of Z counterpart. So then, how strong was Goku at the end of Z? Now, in the anime, it's stated multiple times that Kid Buu is going to destroy the Dragon Ball Z macrocosm. And in the 4th data book, it makes mention that the other world may be a 4th dimensional structure. It calls it a realm that transcends dimensions. Now this comes from ChatGPT translations, but then when you ask it for more interpretations, it still gives surpassing dimensions or transcending dimensions. This should mean at a bare minimum, Kid Buu and by extension, Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be around the 4D levels at a bare minimum. This would be consistent with the living world being stated on multiple occasions in the guidebooks being infinite. So an infinite 3D space fitting inside a cosmology which can also house a 4D dimensional structure would be consistent. Now the reason why Goku at the beginning of GT should scale to this is he fights a man named General Rildo, who even Goku states that his ki is even larger than Buu's. The last Buu that Goku fought that we know of is Kid Buu, so scaling General Rildo to being stronger than the likes of Kid Buu should be fine. It then states that Rildo's rivals Super Saiyan Goku's battle power or combat power, which means at the beginning of GT, Goku in his Super Saiyan form should be stronger than Kid Buu, which can put GT Goku in his Super Saiyan form at infinite 3D to 4D depending on how you're scaling it. Now in GT, Goku doesn't actually get any increases that would bolster him to something like 5D, but he does still get stronger. In the baby arc, he attained Super Saiyan 4. Now, Goku definitely got stronger for this, as he was not able to fight Baby in his Super Saiyan 3 form, but then absolutely demolished him while Super Saiyan 4, and then went on to fight Golden Ozaru Baby. Now, how strong this form is, we are uncertain of, as we don't get an exact multiplier. However, we do have some good statements. In the Force Chozenshu, it calls Super Saiyan 4 the ultimate form, when Super Saiyan God is literally the very next entry. So if you want to call Super Saiyan 4 as a multiplier stronger than Super Saiyan God, well, I'm not necessarily going to stop you. At a bare minimum, it should surpass Super Saiyan 3, which at a low end gives Goku an 8 times multiplier on top of his Super Saiyan form. So he's definitely gotten a lot stronger from when he fought General Rildo, who he could take on in his Super Saiyan form. But then, how fast is he then? Now, when it comes to speed, I went over a lot of my arguments in my Dragon Ball Speed Explain video. Granted though, I did post that quite a while ago, but since I haven't posted a video about Dragon Ball speed scaling in quite a while, I'll briefly go over some of the crazy stuff the anime does. Now, one skill I did not bring up in that video was a calc made in the Dragon Ball Z anime where Goku is forced to dodge and destroy debris hitting his ship on his way to Namek. Now, it really depends on multiple factors to determine how fast this speed is, but there is a low end, mid end, and a high end. As well, the calc will be in the description. For this video, we'll be generous and give him the highest end interpretation, that being 1.207 million times the speed of light. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And this is a weaker version of Goku, and he should be much stronger and faster by the time he got to Namek. And this was also the Namek saga, not even the 3 million power level Goku who fought Frieza. If you assume he didn't get any stronger and was 90,000 when he achieved this speed, his speed as a Super Saiyan should be over 25 billion times the speed of light. And that's not considering one of the recalcs got this feat to 1.4 trillion times the speed of light. So, it's safe to say for finite speed scaling, GT Goku, who scales massively above this Goku, is so deep into FTL that most fictional characters who use finite speed could not keep up with him. But then what about infinite speed arguments? Are there any? Well, he does have some. The feat we'll be covering is that one anime feat where Pikkon and Goku travel to Hell, which could be argued as an infinite speed feat due to the size of Hell being infinite, as it should be big enough to house all the mortals from Universe 7 that has gone there thus far. And if you want to take the fact that Fusion Reborn might be canon GT, you might even be able to argue infinite speed there, as they again were able to travel to Hell. But if you don't want to argue that point, I don't necessarily blame you, as GT's canonicity to the movies is kind of contentious. As well, there's some power scaling problems with the movies that we can get into in another video. But that's the video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. And also check out my membership program. Until we meet again, good luck in your power scaling endeavors.